Cute shit get you in trouble. I got shot at a lingerie party. Not everybody know I got shot. Name, Gadgio. Place, northeast part of Denver. Montbello is where I hang. Shit. Purpose for me choosing a music career is I'm artistic for one, to tell my story, for two, because that was my way of staying out of trouble. Because as a little kid I stayed in trouble. Me and my mom bumped heads all the time. So she put me in therapy, right? So in therapy, like one of the lessons was we had to write down our problems instead of expressing. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a bad anger problem. So I was expressing my feelings. The therapist said write it down. So I was writing my feelings down at an early age, boom, writing it down. Then when I started got in school and was doing like school projects and poetry and shit like that. But it was both through poetry. The first time was in 7th grade, Miss Martinez's class. We had to write a poem about what we wanted to be when we grew up. Mine was on basketball. Mine was one of the best in class, so she read it out loud. Then about, 5 years later in 11th grade, we was on the Tupac Why We Cry subject in one of my classes, Miss Utsey's class. And then my poem was one of the ones that stood out once again. It made the whole class cry, the teacher cry. Boom, and then she had wrote me this note that had hit me in the heart and was like, whatever you do, don't never start writing. So I didn't know how I can express myself with writing outside of music. So boom, I put 2 and 2 together and started turning my poetry into music, just like that. I was already experienced at writing my feelings down, you know what I'm saying? So my poetry stood out. I was always into music, you know what I'm saying? Like the Temptations, shit like that. So writing music, it came easy. And the effect that everybody got after reading it, you know what I'm saying? That's when I knew telling my story was what I was supposed to be doing. Yeah. Late nights, early morning, shit, I hustle to the. You already smoked this one? Yeah. You already smoked this one? I think that rocket launcher been not run. Inspiration for music, my life story, the shit that goes on around me, being creative, being able to tell a story in 12 different ways without you actually knowing what I'm saying, being creative, you know.
Let's go, let's get it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Come up,
Get him throwing up. We're gonna get him throwing up right
Do that to me now.
What we got? Well, we see who the clear winner is in that one.
He an alcoholic, yeah.
How my style has changed over the years, it became more entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I became more versatile. You know what I'm saying? It's easier for me to get deep into my pain. You know what I'm saying? Tell pain stuff that I used to be embarrassed to talk about. I can write that down real easy now. You know what I'm saying? So it just helps me get to the reality of the music.
What up with you, man? It's that Vegas documentary, man. Hustler's motherfucking paradise out here. Where the grinders come, man. Let them know, Nerve. Get it right with it. We out here for Gadgio video shoot. Yo, this shit fun, nigga. We out here. We out here.
We are in Vegas, man. Bright stars, bright lights, big people. Groundwork get you where you want to go. Shit. My mom and my grandma, I used to always steal their CDs, man. They had the Temptations, Jodeci, and all that. Just the feeling that that my mom used to give through the house playing music while we cleaned up. It was just a good vibe, you know what I'm saying? So that's what made me get into music. And then telling my stories what made me get deeper into music. If we going favorite artists, I'm going Jay-Z, AZ, X-Rated, who I'll throw in there last, Nature. And then who inspired me to do music, this is a good story, would be Mace. First album, Harlem World. Because I'm from Denver, Colorado, so where I was from, that's more like West. So they wasn't playing too much East Coast music on the radio. So the first song that we like really got hip to, at least me, was the Mace's Why You Looking At Me. So that was like one of the first CDs I got. I was about 8 years old, something like that. So that was like one of the first CDs that I bought. Played that motherfucker front to back till I knew every word of it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was writing my feelings down already, doing poetry. So I used to go to school and, you know, used to beat on the table with the pencil. I used to rap one of Mace's verse to get people to be like, oh, he tight, he tight. Then I'll slide in one of mine. So you wouldn't know the difference if I was writing a Mace or it was one of mine. So boom, that's how I became real good. So Mace was the first person that inspired me to be like, oh, this shit is cool. And then the reason why is because he was fly at saying shit. Like on the West, it was straight to the point. Like hop out the car, shoot a nigga, boom. But Mace made it sound like real fly, you know what I'm saying? Like when I die, brush my wave, so I'm fly when the bitches see me, you know what I'm saying? Like it was fly lines that stuck out and made me like, damn, this shit is cold. I guess on that list, X-Rated to be the odd one out on there. But to me personally, he had the coldest style in the West. Like he was better than Tupac, like it was super unorthodox, you know what I'm saying? Like it was fast, but if you actually chop down what he was saying, he was spitting bars in there. And then the other ones, it was from DJ Clue tapes. Like AZ was from listening to Nas, and he had the fly style on the firm, you know what I'm saying? Like it fit me. Like if I was an East Coast motherfucker, I feel like that's who I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z just stood out, like that hustle talk, and Nature just had bars. Like it was just like he was super hip hop to me.
If somebody came to this planet from another planet and you had to explain to them hip hop and what hip hop was, and you can only play one song, what song would you play to represent hip hop?
Without thinking about it, just quick fast out the top of my dome, Nas, If I Ruled the World.
Yo, we out here at Gadgio's video shoot on the water, Durham, North Carolina. We got this water shot that's super fire. We had to rent a boat to get the shot. Look what we did, y'all. We rented a boat to get the shot. How many of y'all renting boats to get shots? You know what I'm saying? This is the boat we rented to get the shot. Yeah.
How old I was when I got shot that day. I guess my mama taught me to survive them gangster way. The streets is where I make all my moves. Wrong or right, my hustle gon' make the news. If you can ever walk a mile in my shoes, you will understand why I move how I move. Back when, when we was little, people that you used to hang out with, used to go to parties, freestyle and shit like that, but nobody that I really knew took it as serious as I did. Like, it was just a hobby for everybody else. Like, I really wanted to pursue the shit, so I didn't really have too much other crew. I was the crew. So I had to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? They was behind me on some other shit, but music shit, we didn't see this as being believable, you know what I'm saying? And then like, just me being knee deep and trying to chase my dreams, I started connecting with the right people to start putting shit in place, you feel me? The song I'm shooting out here in Vegas is Paper Nerds, you know what I'm saying? It explains pretty much the whole hustle, you know what I'm saying? Just stay on your grind, whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's schoolwork, chasing your dreams, working for somebody, working for yourself, you know what I'm saying? You gotta wake up and put in that groundwork to get where you wanna be.
My boy out here working, bro. What you talking about? Real nigga shit going on. Gadgio on Vaughn, bro. Hey, nigga out here started working for real, boy. Tap in. You already know what's going on.
Yes,
this
sir.
shit.
So how long have you been doing music now?
Like seriously, investing in myself, I'd say about like 3-4 years. But since about 8th grade, writing music and developing my style and shit like that about like 8th grade, but seriously like 3-4 years.
What type of feedback have you been getting from your music?
That my reality music is my best music. That or the stuff that I cater to the ladies, that's my biggest fan base. So it's either the reality shit where I'm telling my story to pain that people be like, damn, I didn't know that about you, or You know what I'm saying? I can relate to that story or shit that I'm talking to the ladies about. Some fly shit. Speaking of fly, cute shit get you in trouble. I got shot at a lingerie party. You know, like where you supposed to be looking at ass and titties, I'm getting shot at on some other shit. So not everybody know I got shot. I'm being true to the game. Hopping out the car, seeing my brother in the midst of some shit. It was about 30 motherfuckers versus 2. My brother was on the 2 side. You know, and me just trying to grab my brother out, not realizing the situation, you know what I'm saying, and then calling him by his name, being over aggressive, you know what I'm saying. So me coming from the back of the crowd, walking to the middle of the crowd, I had the eyes on him, you know what I'm saying. But I didn't realize that till after they started shooting and the bullets was whistling past our head that they was actually shooting at us. Like, hey, they funking with us, but I was just trying to grab my brother out the midst of getting his ass jumped.
So where'd you get shot at?
My femur bone on my left side. Shattered the whole main artery in my leg. So now I got screws, rods, you know what I'm saying, and a plate in there. So I'm standing there. Well, when I was grabbing, bro, right, somebody started shooting in the air to try to clear the fight before the fight started. Like, that wasn't about to happen. Like, if ain't nobody fighting, you don't start shooting, because you know what I'm saying? People start shooting. So somebody shot to try to get us to run. Ain't nobody running there. Everybody got guns on them. So boom, first bullet go fly by. So they shooting in the air, so we thought everybody else was shooting in the air. First bullet go by, boom. And then I'm like, hey bro, they shooting. So we turn around and get to running. It's a Sonic that we run into. That's where we parked by, the Sonic. So I turn around, start running. In my head at the time, I thought I ran halfway down the block. But in reality, I ran about 4 steps. But then steps that I was running, I didn't see the back of my leg. You know, when you run and your knee go up, I wasn't seeing my left knee go up. I was seeing the back of my shoe. So my head was like, hey, this shit is fucked up. Like, how the fuck am I not seeing my leg? So then when I looked down, that's when the pain kicked in, like, bow. So I fall down doing my Call of Duty shit, trying to crawl to some bushes because they still shooting. So motherfuckers was running to me like, Gadgio got shot. Like, run the other way, because they still shooting. They might come and finish the job. So I get arrested before I get in the ambulance. The lady whose house I got shot at, she on the phone with the police, and I hear the police like, hey, did anybody get shot? She looking down at me like, no. Like, bitch, I'm shot, like, right here. So my thugging ass called my grandma, like, hey, grandma, come get me. And she like, boy, you lying. Like, I'm put her on speakerphone. They still shooting right now. She like, call the police. Who? Come get me. I'm not calling the police. Like, so my grandma met me down at the ambulance. I had these rare Jordans. Like, to be truthful, fuck getting shot, fuck all that other bullshit. I was mad at the motherfucking ambulance, threw my shoes out of the car. Like, bro, they was like some one-on-ones. Like, ain't nobody had these motherfuckers, bro. And they threw them motherfucking shoes. So if you ever driving down the street and you just see a random motherfucking shoe, somebody got shot on that block and they threw that nigga's shoe out. They swore I was gone out of there, boy. So I'm in the ambulance. So when I was about to get arrested, they tried to take my phone. But I needed my phone. Like, shit, I don't know what's about to happen. So I stuffed that motherfucker in my shorts. So then I'm in the back of the ambulance, and the little lady was scared to touch me. Like, she panicking, like she about to pass out. And then she like, he got shot in his main artery. Well, you gotta act now. So I take the little face mask off and like, hey, should I call my mom and tell her I'm not about to make it? The police dude in the back, mad as fuck. And he's like, sir, I just asked you if you had a phone and you said no. Like, hey, I didn't know what was about to happen. But we get down to the hospital, and then no medication. They had to stick this little rod in my knee to try to wheel it out, because my shit was bent, like bent the fuck backwards. No medicine. Stuck the rod in, put the weights on it, but the bitch didn't clamp it. So the weights popped off. Everybody went to clenching like, hey, handle this. They like, how is your skinny ass taking this with no pain, no medication? Like, shit, I think I'm about to die. So what the fuck's in pain? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the story for that ass for you.
I'm in a Jamaican club. We from Montbello. We call it Montbello. Now I'm in Jamaica. Montbello, straight up. I'm a blunt smoker. He said I gotta pull this motherfucker hard as fuck. I don't know how that's gonna work. I smoke blunt. My homeboy Nerd turned me on to this guy
I really could. I create in all environments. Like, I think a lot. So like I'm always creating. Like there might be a time we be at the club and it's packed in the motherfucking. I'm just not talking, and people think I got an attitude or I'm mad or something. But I'm trying to put shit together. Like so, I'm always creating. Like there's no. I am the environment of creating. Like I'm always thinking of something creative.
Yo, so my man's tried to sell you 2 women in the club. Welcome to Carolina, man. How do you feel?
I don't care what state I'm in, what condition I'm in. We send them, we don't spend on them, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it was cool, you know what I'm saying? Jamaican club, they was getting jiggy in there, man. But I didn't know he was trying to sell me to 2 women, you know what I'm saying? He came off the wrong way. He should have let them do their job instead of him doing their job. But I thought he was tripping, but it wasn't that situation. Carolina.
I'm working. I don't really got no entitles. I'm going for greatness on this. Like it's time to do the right thing and do what step into my place. I feel, you know. So no half stepping. So no bullshit. And this is the real one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just working on going at it the right way.
How you feel about North Carolina?
It's pretty crazy out here, man. I ain't never been out here. Got me out here on the motherfucking boats and shit, man. Country shit, you know? Not what I expected, though. I thought it was gonna be like back home, man. It's pretty dope out here, though. Y'all should come visit. Tell them I sent you. I've just been recording. Trying to get the vibe right. So I don't even know what songs is gonna be on it right now. Like, I'm just in my zone, just recording. Trying to drop a Michael Jackson diamond across the world type shit. A door opener. Something that's going to introduce the world to Gadgio or Gadgio to the world. Turning myself into Quincy Jones. A music mogul. Trying to, you know, work my way towards that direction. Greatness. Anything that I can do to be great. That's it. Don't forget the name in the face. I'm here to stay. Shit. Wherever you stream your music, you can find me Gadgio. That's Gadgio. I'm on Twitter. Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Them is my social drugs right there, you know what I'm saying? Instagram is Gadgio _PNE. That's Gadgio _ P, letter N, letter E. Twitter is just Gadgio. Right now, I'm linking up with P-Wise. Before that, I was, you know, around the town, so I had Ski Rock'em, SR Trace, Jack Music 1, Klepto Beats out in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? I was moving around. Producers, I'm down for any sound, but if I had to go with artists, like I'll lose my shit if it happened, would be a Missy Elliott or a Busta Rhymes feature. I'll take all my lists, any list, but just as far as like a good ass music song, Busta Rhymes and Missy. We gonna shout out Nervous Wreck, P-Wise, Germ. We gonna take it back to the hometown, you know what I'm saying? That big ass box where it go down inside, where ain't nothing square, Colorado, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna dwell down even smaller. Shout out Montbello, Quinn Street, 55th, Dog Family Gangsters, Wilsons, the Youngers, you know what I'm saying? Everything I'm connected to. My plug that used to put me on back in the day, hey, you the man, bro. Cause now look at where I'm at, hustling on the other side. Shit.
What are we doing here?
Coming back to Bass Pro Shop, giving their shit back. Quick shoot and return their shit back. That's what we doing. You know what I'm saying?
Paper Nerds ENT. And then Hustler Creep is the fashion, you know what I'm saying? But it's all under one umbrella. Denver, Colorado. Montbello's the place where I hang. I go by that good name of Gadgio, the Montbello freaking Hustler.